Now this is I wouldn't say that's the easy part, but this part to me it was the most confusing part, learning how to do it. Um, so what you're gonna do now is basically what you've been doing the whole time, except without, like, by using these slices, but you just can't break apart these slices. So I'm going to look to see what side would be the best to complete here. Again, I want to make a side like white and then white, so that I can put a white slice in there, or red and red, so that I can eventually get the red slice. Let's see now. Okay, well, I'm going to do the white side, because I noticed that these are already paired together, and I could just spin it to connect to that one there. And this is the part where it gets a little tricky, because you can't just spin it and then put one of these in, because then it'll get messed up. So what you have to do here is actually take one of these messed up slices and place it into here or here, so that when you match the whites up, you have something that can get split up or messed up. So it's going to end up switching with one of these. So I'm going to put it here, and I follow it down, so it's going to be this slice. I'm going to put this slice up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have that slice here. So now when I connect these whites, I have something to put in its place. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when I restore it, nothing gets messed up, and I have this white slice. So now I'm going to restore everything that I have, like this yellow side here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The blue and orange side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now this yellow slice. White. 2, 3, 4. So now I have this and this. And so this slice needs to be taken out, completed, and then put back in. So I'm going to take it out right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to replace it with a slice that doesn't have white in it, or else it'll have to be taken out as well. So now I need to get this piece hooked up to these. So when this gets spun, I'll have to have the white piece, like, say here, so that when it gets spun, they'll be connected. So if I have to have the white piece here, I can look and slide with my finger. This slice will be the slice that goes up here, and the white slice, the white piece will end up going up here, and it'll have to be switched so that the white will be there and then it can be connected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this slice, put it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I keep hitting the screen with my forearms because I'm new at doing this, but all right. Well, now I'm gonna switch these. So I'm gonna take these, take it out, and put it back in swapped. So taking it out, spinning it down once more, and then putting it back in switched. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now when I restore my sides, or my edges, now I have this yellow slice. Is that what I was trying to do? No, sorry. I have this this white piece and this white piece that I can now connect. And I have to make sure that when I spin them, I have something to put in its place, which I do right here. So I'm going to take this out and put this in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now restore that. And now I'm going to just restore everything that I've done. let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this just skipped about 2 steps, so I'll go over that after this. That's the fourth side that you completed, and now the fifth and sixth. This is actually like the last step, which is by far the most confusing. It's not bad when it's in this position, but I'll show a couple different things that you can get. So what you want here is these two need to be switched. So I'll show you why. I'm gonna take this slice out, switch it, and move it back in. So I'm taking it out here. Now I'm moving it back down so that I can go in here, switched. Now I restore my sides, or my sides there. Now that's switched, so that when I go to spin this, you can actually, all that I did is after I switched these, I just spin this, and you can see that this piece here, all that you need is to switch this now, because you see these two greens, when it's taken out and switched, the two greens will be right here, so that'll be completed, and this one red will be right here, so that will be completed. So now you want to take that out, swap it, and put it back in. So taking it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I move that once more down, and now I'm putting it back in, swapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I did is I switched this, so these look complete now, and that actually solves the cube. All you have to do is restore your sides. So that's restored, and it's solved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get it to a state where it shows the most, or the other situations you can have for the last two, and then I'll try to explain how to do those. Okay, so this is another thing that you can get when, instead of just having one unsolved piece on each side, you actually have two unsolved pieces on each side. Let me just restore this here. Okay. Just for explanation purposes, I'm just restoring all the other sides, so hopefully it'll be easier to see what we're trying to do here. Okay, so now you have all the other four sides completed, and you have two pieces that need to be, what you need to do here is actually get it from two to just one, like we luckily got before. So what you want to do is, when you, let's see here, when you move it, you want to be able to move it over, take this slice here, I'm going to move it out and swap it, and I'm not sure what this is going to do. I'm not sure if this is even correct, but it's a trial and error for me. So what I did here is I just took it, matched these up. Now I'm going to take it out, turn that down once more, and put that in here swapped. So now when I restore my sides, yep, that was okay. Now when I restore my sides, I have the one piece again, which you solve how I showed you before. Now I'm going to try to get it to the what I believe is the final thing that you can have. Okay, so another scenario that you can have for the last two sides on this flower cube or Rex cube. One of the last ones that you can have is when you have two left, like that, and everything else is completed. So what you want to do here is basically the same that you did when there were two adjacent instead of two opposite. You want to, well, this is going to be me basically playing with it until I find something that works by connecting something, taking it out, switching it, and putting it back in, and then I'm going to do that until I only have one left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, spin this so that these are connected. I'm going to swap that and see what that does. And you know, I can already tell right now that that's going to be a correct move, because this blue will end up being here and these two whites will be here. So I'm going to take this out, spin that back down, and then put this back in here switched. And now when I restore my sides, I have the one left. And that's when you solve how I showed you the first time. Okay, this is the last thing that you can get for the last scenario you can get for the last two sides, the final two sides. As you can see, you have all the other four sides completed. And what you want to do here is get it from 3 to 2 or 2 to 1 and then completed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with it by switching it that way or that way, and switching these, putting them back in, and basically keep doing that until I can get down to 2. So I'm going to play with it here. I'm going to say, if I match those together, no, I'm going to take these two and switch that right now. Restore. That's a good song. Now, what I'm going to do here, let's see, would that work? I'm going to try, I don't know if it'll work, but that's how I solved this, trial and error. I'm going to just take these, put them over here, take that out, swap it, and put it back in. So I'm taking it out, bringing that down again, putting it back in, swapped, so that when I restore my sides here, wow, looks like I just found another situation you can have. Actually, okay, well, I guess you can have 4 on each side too. So that clearly wasn't the correct thing to do, but I'm gonna keep playing with it until I can, I guess, get down to 3 again. So let's see, swap, attach those, take it out, put it back in, restore, restore. Alright, well, there's my 3 again. Now, I'm gonna try to switch these two and then see if I could do something with that. Or not switch, but change it. or reflect it, I guess. Okay, restore. Now, I can... I wonder what happens if I'll do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these, and I'm going to take this piece out, swap it, and put it back in. Well, but before I do that, this is why it's important to actually put back what you had before, because it starts getting confusing if you don't. More confusing than it is. So I'm going to just restore my other sides here. Okay, other sides are restored. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin this over here, take this out, swap it, put it back in. Put that down, put it back in reversed. And now, okay, restore. And restore. Okay, there we go. So now you went from 3, or from that case 4 to 3. Now you have 2 on each side. Now from here you do what I showed you before.